Dear friends, devotees, so today, instead of reading from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna and explaining, we will of course read a little, but we will try to understand the significance of the great Chariot festival, Ratha Yatra. The Hindus, they go mad when the Ratha Yatra comes, and of course this year particularly, because of very peculiar situation, the COVID-19 situation all over the world, so they could not enjoy, but still the Ratha Yatra. But what is this Ratha Yatra? And then we are interested to know why Ramakrishna was so much interested in Ratha, particularly Puri Jagannath. Jagannath, the name of that is the Jagat, Jagannath. He is the Lord of the universe. Jagat means universe, and Natha means the Lord, the Lord of the universe. There's a lot, many stories are there, mostly you know, but let us do it and start with this mantra, which is dedicated to the Supreme Lord. Yashya smarana matrena janma samsara bandhanat vimuchyate namastashmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. Vishnu, I bow down to that great Supreme Being, remembering Him even for once, one get liberation from the circle of birth and death. Janma samsara bandhanat, from the bondage of birth and death, just remembering once. And that is called Vishnu. The word Vishnu is a great significance. The Vishnu means that which is all pervading. So that is exactly what the Hindus always go on telling. Though there are so many varieties of gods and goddesses they will be worshipping, but at the same time they will go back to Vishnu form. What is that Vishnu form? All pervading. Again, because we cannot conceive that all pervading consciousness, there is nothing, and I am only that consciousness merged in that supreme consciousness, is very difficult. So they have given the form, different form. Vishnu is also having the form. It was Tuesday, July 14, 1885. The car festival at Balaram's house. Master Mahasaya is mentioning. It was the day of the car festival. Sri Ramakrishna left his bed very early in the morning. He was alone in the room, dancing and chanting in the name of God. All alone. He is so joyful. He is dancing and chanting the name of God. Why? Car festival, Ratha Yatra. And Aim entered and saluted the master. Other devotees arrived one by one. They saluted the master and took seats near him. Sri Ramakrishna was longing intently for Purna. He was talking to Aim about him. Purna was a young boy. Sri Ramakrishna knew that he was very, very pure, so he wanted to talk to him. And then afterwards they all came to the Balaram's house. It was in proper Calcutta, and now it is called North Calcutta, the Bagbazar area. Balaram Babu, that particular house where Sri Ramakrishna used to visit, the family of the Balaram Bosch, they were the landlord. They have given it to, donated it to Ramakrishna Mission. Now it has become an ashram of the Ramakrishna, and the same building is there, and same veranda is also there, corridor, and even the chariot, the small wooden chariot, that Sri Ramakrishna pulled, still it is there. And every year the devotees will go, monks will go, and all they will go, and they will slowly drag it and sing the bhajans, and there's a spiritual fervor. Sri Ramakrishna, it was afternoon. In the meantime, the small car of Jagannath, decorated with flowers, flags, and bunting, had been brought to the inner veranda. The images of Jagannath and Subhadra, Balarama. So you have noticed, those who have seen that picture, that Jagannath is black and Subhadra is white and his Balaram is yellow. So one gentleman, he gave them picture and said, when you see nowadays, because of the color, there are a lot of differences are coming, and all through it is there. In the human society, they will always go on fighting with something or other. So it is on the color. The black color, and then the white color, and the yellow color. One gentleman gave the picture of Jagannath and Subhadra, Balaram. Subhadra is the sister, and Balaram is the brother. Jagannath, the two brothers and the sister in the middle. So he wrote, when you say different color, and I find Jagannath. This is beautifully he expressed that. So the Jagannath, Subhadra and Balaram were adorned with sandal paste, flower garlands, robes and jewelries. Sri Ramakrishna left the room where the professional musicians were singing and came to the veranda accompanied by the devotees. He stood in front of the car and pulled it by the robe. He began to sing and dance with the devotees in front of the car. Behold, two brothers have come who weep while chanting Hari's name. The one of our young Swami, he sings this particular kirtan very nicely. I like it very much because Thakur loved this song, and when he sings very nicely, it is a kirtan song, those who have heard you know. So this is the Jagannath, this is the Lord. Now Mahendranath Gupta, the recorder of the Kathamrita, he has written in his memoirs that Sri Ramakrishna used to inspire the devotees to visit Puri. Puri is in central India, it is in Odisha state, and to visit that temple. It's a huge temple, beautifully built, and on the bank of the sea, the great ocean, the sea. So that is the Sri Ramakrishna used to say, you must go and visit the Jagannath. Not only that, he asked him, you must go and embrace that Jagannath statue, Murti. Master Moshe, he was very hesitant what to do. Sri Ramakrishna asked, and I must do. And now how to do? Because the people who are worshipping over there, you know, the Pandas, they are known as the Pandas. So they will never allow you to touch that. You can go, you can offer your pranam, and then you have to go away. So like that, the small that that you have to go around the temple, that is also there. Then what to do? Then suddenly he made one thing. God has asked me to do it, I must do it. Who is God? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. So aim threw some coins on that floor. And those pandas, those who were the worshipper over there, the pujaris, so they got attracted to those things, and immediately they all went down over there on the floor and picking up the coins. In the meantime, there was no one. Aim went and embraced Jagannath and quickly went and mixed with the other people, the devotees. So no one could notice him, and so he could come back. He came and told Sri Ramakrishna, I had to do like this, what to do? Sri Ramakrishna was very happy. You have embraced Jagannath. Then he embraced Sri Ma and said, now I have embraced the Jagannath. As because you have seen Jagannath, I have also. So this is Jagannath, and Sri Ramakrishna was very fond of it. You know, the Sri Ramakrishna is to say that he cannot visit Puri. Why? The aim has written, the Sri Ramakrishna is to frequently say, I cannot visit Puri because the moment I go over there, I will die. My soul will merge with the Jagannatha. So what does it mean? It means that Sri Ramakrishna, the Avatara Varishta, he is also the Vishnu. Who is this Jagannath? Lord Vishnu himself. We find in the Bhagavata that they were talking about the Vishnu. Vishnu is all pervading, but sometimes he is taking different forms. That in the Sanaka brothers, he came in the form of a great swan. And when they asked, Kah Bhavan, who are you? He answered, know me as Vishnu. That Sri Krishna, when said to Uddhava, in the Uddhava Gita we find, I taught Brahma, the firstborn, the devotion, like Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, where he said that I taught this yoga to so and so. Arjuna doubted how it is possible. You are so young. You are at my time. But then, here also, the same Krishna, he showed the Vishwarupa. The whole, Vishwa means the whole universe, is just sustaining on him. So he is Vishnu. The Krishna showed it. And same way, here also he told Uddhava about the story of the swan and the son brothers, Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar, the four brothers. So they wanted to know the technique of yoga, and they were the sons of Brahma, and they requested, they prayed to the Supreme Being, and Supreme Being came in the form of a swan. So in different form he can come. And in the traditional Hindus, they believe again and again, to save his own creation, the Lord, he came, and Lord the Vishnu, the all-pervading consciousness, he came in different forms, and that we know as Dashavatara. Dasha Avatara, in different forms he came. Sri Ma, as mentioned, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna himself told many a times, I am the Jagannatha Puri. The Krishna is showing to Arjuna and also to Uddhava that he is Vishnu. Of course, the Rama we know, he was also the Vishnu, the part of Vishnu. Sri Ramakrishna himself is telling, I am that Jagannath of the Puri. So why he used to be so happy on that particular day? It was yesterday, I think, over here, the Jagannath, that Ratha Yatra. Because that is the day, the whole year Jagannath will be sitting in the temple and all people are coming and worshipping. That is one. Unlike the human being, they like to go for outing, and at that day, that particular time, Jagannath, he also wants to go out, and where he will go? Is a relative's house. Is a mother's sister. In that house he will go, and the people will they could go and use the horses, but no, people like to carry their Lord. So that is called Jagannath. And that time, as being he is going out with his sister and brothers, he was being very happy. The Sri Ramakrishna's happiness depicted that particular that day that Jagannatha is very happy. We know that story that when the Krishna in the last time, he was sitting on a branch of a tree, and he had a beautiful, the below of that feet, it was reddish, very red type. And a hunter from the distance couldn't understand that it's a human feet. He thought the two birds, the red birds, he wanted to hunt it. So he shot the arrow. and that arrow killed Krishna. Of course, when the hunter understood it, he came and profusely he begged pardon. The Krishna blessed him and told, I was waiting for you. I was waiting that he will come, and everything that I have made all this. Now send news of my death to Arjuna. And when the Arjuna came to know about it, he came rushing over there. Then according to the Hindu system, he made the pyre. Only many people were there. And then Krishna's holy body was put into fire. As is the tradition, after the body is burnt, they collect the bones and that they take it and the ashes and take it to the river. So Arjuna wanted to find that. He couldn't find anything over there. Everything became ashes except the navel. So that he collected. Then he heard the voice that you must throw it in the ocean. Don't keep it with you. Arjuna did that. That navel started floating. This, the hunter, he noticed it. And he started following that days after days, months after months. He was following the movement of that. It is floating. It's not going down in the water and floating. And from there, and from the western coast of India, it came to the eastern coast in Odisha, and it came near the coast. And the hunter went and took it. Then he heard the divine voice, and you and your descendants worship me. And when the time will come, give it in the hands of some other people. So he took it inside the jungle and started worshipping that. In the meantime, the people are wondering where it has gone. Some, naturally, you cannot close the whole information. So people were going on gossiping about this. Something they must have got, these hunters, and they are so happy and they are so contented. So obviously there's something must be there. The then king of the Odisha also came to know about it, and he sent a Brahmana young boy to know about it. Is it that true that it is the navel of the Krishna? And it seems that he also got the divine instruction that you should collect it and make a beautiful temple and put me over there to worship. So this is all going on. Whether you believe it or not, story goes in this way, that one Brahmana boy went inside the jungle, and then he was there. He married the girl of the leader of the hunters, and he noticed that his father-in-law, he goes in the early morning, after bathing and with the washed clothes wearing, he goes somewhere without taking anyone. Then one day, he told his wife, I like to go over there. And naturally, wife, the daughter of that leader, she went on crying to her father, you must take your son-in-law over there. Then ultimately, he agreed. The son-in-law was the Brahmana boy who married that hunter's daughter. And though, okay, but one condition, his eyes should be closed. Then only we can take him. He should not know where we are going. So they tied his eyes, and but he was a very clever boy. So what he did, he took some seeds secretly in both the hands. And all through he went on throwing those seeds, very quickly grown, that seed he took, and then reached over there inside the jungle and in a small heart, very nicely kept. So he knew it. Then afterwards, when he came back, in the same way the blindfolded, he came back, but he knew that it will sprout. And when the rain came, he went over there secretly, followed that, took that, and went back to the king. These people, they were very sorry, but they heard the divine voice told them, no, it is time that I should be there in the temple to be worshipped. And in the meantime, the king was very happy to find that the relics, the divine relics of the Krishna, he heard a voice that told the one big log will come floating in the ocean, collect it and make a divine statue and put this inside that. So that was brought, but no carpenter could touch that wood. It was so hard, like the stone. No one could do anything on that. No carving was impossible. So the king started praying to the god. Then suddenly one day, one old man came, and he was the Lord himself, the Vishwakarma himself, and he came and told in the form of an old man, he told, I can do it, but till I come out of the room, no one should go in. So that is the story. He went on working on that with his own tools, and he could carve it, cut it, and he was making, people from outside could hear those sounds. The queen of that country, she was very curious. She was thinking what this old man is doing inside this room for months together. Is he actually cheating or doing something wrong over there? So without she could not control her curiosity. So she went and told the king. King got also influenced by her words and went and opened the door. And they found now the present Jagannatha, without hands, without the feet, and without the eyelids. That is the form that we see. It is over there. Because the condition was, if you open the door without my permission, so that I will vanish, I will go away. So that the Jagannath that we worship over here. This is the story, and the beautiful story, and we must believe it because it is possible, everything is possible in the realm of the God and his Maya. So this is the story, it goes in this way, and this is also we find that this Jagannath is known as Daru Brahma. What is this Daru Brahma? The Daru means the wooden, that's a wooden, and Brahma means all-pervading consciousness. Like the son brothers, Sanak and brothers, the Supreme Being came in the form of a swan, and here in the modern age, he has come in the form of a wood. So every 12 years, they change the wood. And that is called Nava Kalevara. Kalevara means the body. Nava means the new. So new Kalevara. Every year, the special people are there. So they will go. They will find out one wood inside the jungle. It is mainly maintained by the king, now the present government. So there they will find, and from the below up to the 12 feet, there should not be any branches. And straight it is going up. And that exactly on the 12 feet, they will cut it and bring and then make again this second form, third form, like that, Navakalevara. And they will make a hole, and there they will keep the relic of the Krishna. That is called Daru Brahma Jagannatha. So many stories are there about it. And if you go and see how the food they are cooking, that is a wonderful thing to see inside the temple. And temple is so big, and for a long, long time standing over there. And in a different Hindu sects, they go and worship the Jagannath, same Jagannath, in the same temple. Anyone can enter. Anyone can go because it's the Jagannatha. Only they were afraid of the I am talking about the invasions. They went on defaming all the temples and the images. Just to go and break the noses of the images. They will defame that, break all those. So the Hindus were afraid. And from perhaps, I think, as tradition has come down, that the foreigners should not be allowed inside. That may be the reason. Nowadays it should change. I think the people will slowly understand this. So this is the reason they are not allowed, but all different sects of the Hindus, they go. And in the Jagannath temple there is no the classifications of the rich or poor, educated, uneducated. No, everyone should go equally. All they go and they should worship that. And then ultimately when they are coming out, they go to a place, it's called Ananda Bajar. Ananda means the joy, and Bajar means a place where things are available in many. So that is called the marketplace. The market of joy, we can say, Ananda Bajar. What they do? They feed people. Anyone can go and purchase there will be sometimes the temple authority feeding the people. Rich, poor, forgetting about their caste systems and their social status, all they will sit together and they will eat. That is called Ananda Bhaja. Idea is, before the God, everyone same. That is Jagannatha. The 2nd century BC, even the Jain religion started the worshipping the Jagannatha, visiting the Jagannatha temple. It says in the patronage of the king Kharvela. The Jain religion became very popular over there, and the Jains also started visiting in the 2nd century BC. Buddhists also used to go and see that. And the Jagannath is worshipped by different Hindu sects. There is a Jinasana. When he is on the Jinasana, the Buddhist will worship him. When he is on the Ratna Bedi, Bedi means the accumulation of a thing, and that is with the all jewelries, with the all costly jewels, that is called Ratna Bedi. When Jagannath is sitting on that, he is Jagannatha. He is the Lord of the universe. And when he is going for bathing and he sits on that, then people will be pouring water and bathing him, as the kings used to have. Then that time he is Ganapati. Why? There's a story. The one great devotee of the Ganapati means the Ganesha. So one great devotee of the Ganesha, he came to visit. And when he came to visit, he was praying, "Oh Lord, you should manifest yourself as my love, as my Ganapati, as my Ganesha." But he couldn't find that. Then he became very angry. He told, "You are not Jagannath. You are not the Brahman. Otherwise you could fulfill my desire. Why you are not fulfilling my desire?" So from then onwards, and again he found his own the deity, the Lord Ganesha, in that Jagannath. So from there Ganapati. In the new form, Navakalevara, he is worshipped as Shiva. When the form is changing, that time he is Shiva. And when he is on chariot, he is the Surya, he is the sun. And really it is wonderful that Jagannath is worshipped as Dakshina Kali. And at that time, when the Jagannath is worshipped as the Dakshina Kali, they will put all the jewelries as the women they wear in India. And they will put the shadi, the special cloth the Indian women they wear, the shadi on Jagannath. So Jagannath is the combination of all gods and goddesses, the combination of all faith, and that is why he is Jagannatha. They will be worshipping the Bimala Bhairavi Yantra, Jagannathastu Bhairava. The Bimala is the power of the Bhairava, the god, and Jagannath is the Bhairava, Jagannath is the Shiva. The Shiva Kali, that concept of the Tantrikas they find over there. Friends, you know, this Jagannath is not having the legs, and also, we can say the feet, and also the hands, the palms he is not having. And what does it mean? That is the uniqueness in the conception of the Hindus. The Hindus, they are having so many varieties of statues, so many varieties of images. They worship in the picture, but these are all symbol. The symbol of the great idea of the Brahman. The Brahman, the one, the all-pervading consciousness, and that is manifested in different form. In the beginning, we were discussing about this. So this is called the same way Jagannatha also. We heard the story that he is an unfinished statue, so obviously like this, but in reality, there's in the Upanishad it says, Tad ejati, tanvai jati, tad dure, tad antike, tad antarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasyasya baihataha. Tad, it is not he or she, it is the consciousness. So no gender. And it is here, it is there, it is inside, it is outside, it is everywhere, saturated. And that is the reason the Lord doesn't need the feet to go anywhere. He is already present. This is the symbol. He is not having the feet because it is not necessary. He is already present. Where he will go? And in the hands also the same way. What he is going to do with the hands? Because the moment he is thinking, everything is done. So that is and sometimes I have already said in some of my talks that the great worshipper of Sri Ramachandra, you can understand, is a personal God, Sri Ramachandra, and he worshipped him as his divine, the goal. But when it is said like this, the Tulsidas Ji invited different gods and goddesses, and he wanted to feed them. He kept the seat for all gods and goddesses except for Sri Ramachandra. He is own the personal God. When the Ramachandra appeared, and he found that all seats are reserved for all gods and goddesses, and he is not having any place to sit, as if he went and asked his devotee, so where I will sit? Where is my place? And in a couplet, that devotee, that Goswami Tulsidas Ji, he said, पूछहु मही कि रहूं कहाँ, मैं पूछत सकुचाऊं, जहाँ न हूँ तो हूँ देहु कहीं, तुम ही बैठाओ वही ठाओ. I heard it from one of our great Swami Ishatmananda Ji. I was a brahmachari that time in Advaita Ashram, and he used to come and sing. He was a master in reading that Ramcharitmanas. There's a Ramayana written by the Goswami Tulsidas Ji in the whole of mid India, that is, and in the northern part of India is very popular. Almost all they will be chanting and quoting from this book. I heard him singing and I learned it from him, the tune. पूछहु मही कि रहूं कहाँ, मैं पूछत सकुचाऊं, जहाँ न हूँ तो हूँ देहु कहीं, तुम ही बैठाओ. O Lord, you are asking me where you will sit. Now tell me where you are not. Is there any place where you are not already? So where I will spread your asana, where I will keep your seat, every place. So that shows the beauty of the Hinduism. In the Sanatana Dharma, you will find that very crude type of worship. They will be worshipping the cows, they are worshipping the trees, worshipping the river, worshipping the sun, the moon, and then worshipping the stone. Everything they will be worshipping. But ultimately, they go to this truth. From the duality, they reach to the ultimate non-dual form. You are everywhere. Oh my God, you are everywhere. So that is what they always say, that in the Ratha Yatra we find, in the Upanishad also we find the Katha Upanishad, very beautifully it's mentioning, Asina duram brajati, Shayana jati sarvataha. Asina, sitting. While sitting, it travels far. Asina duram brajati. Brajati means travel. Where duram? Far. How? Sitting. Don't think I am sitting, you are sitting in a car and driving. No, not like that. Not like that. Stationed in one place, but everywhere you are. Shayana yati sarvata. Though he is sleeping, lying down, but present everywhere. Friends, the next Sunday perhaps we will be discussing about the spiritual power that a devotee can acquire. We will find to those power. It is possible. Yogic capacity. And the God, of course, he can have. In the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, we are having so many those same incidents. The Sri Ramakrishna was in Calcutta, and his nephew, who was worshipping goddess Durga, and requested him to be present over there. In those days, from Calcutta to reach to that place in Kamarpukur, it was really very hard. So obviously Sri Ramakrishna in person couldn't go. But when his nephew was crying and complaining to him, you said that he will come but you have not come, he suddenly saw that Sri Ramakrishna is standing by the side of that goddess image, Durga's image. He saw it, and it is possible. And another person also saw him traveling to Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. He went over there. So like this, it is possible in his life, Sri Ramakrishna's life, we see that. So Sayana yati sarvataha, that is Jagannath. And Jagannath goes in the chariot. And the three brother and sister in three different chariots it will be. And then the Jagannath, the chariot is the biggest one. And people will be pulling. But what is this chariot? In the Katha Upanishad itself again, and very nicely it mentioned in 2 verses, is the chapter, the 1, 3 and 3. That is the words. It says, Atmanam Ratinam Viddhi. This is the Vedanta. We were discussing about the chariot festival. And in the chariot festival, there are so many varieties of food will be there. And the people will be in their best attires. And they will be dancing, singing, and so many things they will do. And in the present days, nowadays, as because of the ISKCON, Eastern International Krishna Consciousness, the Europeans and Americans, they have also learned the beautiful singing, and they learn the dances also. In hundreds they will be singing all over in different countries of the world. We have seen that they're beautiful, they will do. And the kirtan is a very melodious. And one thing that I forgot to mention, that the king of that state, nowadays there is no king, just the title is there. But in those days, in the olden days when the king was the supreme, the power, they used to come and to clean the road where the chariot will go with the broom. So they used to sweep like that. So that is the humbleness. So how to reach to God? To become humble. And who is this God? Now we will go to the Upanishad to understand the truth behind it. Atmanam ratinam viddhi, shariram rathamevatu, buddhim tu sharatim viddhi, mana pragahamevacha, indriyani hayannahu, bishayan steshu gocharan, atmindriya mano yuktam bhaktityahu manishinaha. This body is the chariot. So that is the chariot that we made with the wood and all, is the body is the chariot. And you will wonder how many bones that we are having, that many the wooden frames are there in the chariot. The same. So that is the way they say. So this is body is the chariot. And who is the actual the person in the chariot? It's a car. Who is the person who is sitting over there? Atmanam. He is the Rati. That self is the master of the chariot. He is sitting over there. Who is Jagannatha? The self. The Jagannatha is that Atman. He is sitting over there. And the chariot is this body. And the intellect is the charioteer. And the mind is verily the bridle. It's holding the horses. And what are those horses? Indriyani. We are having the 5 indriyas. These 5 indriyas are the horses. Hayannahu. Bishayan steshu gocharan. Where they like to go? They like to go to all the objects. So you have to control. Atmindriya mano yukta bhaktistahu manishinaha. And the discriminative people call that self the enjoyer when it is associated with the body, organs and the mind. Friends, this is called the chariot. Then have you noticed how the Hindus are slowly taking from a gross external thing to the subtlest form? How it goes? That this body becomes the chariot. So that is the reason we should not deny this body. Sometimes some people unnecessarily they try to destroy this body. No, one should not. The tremendous austerity they will be doing in the beginning of his spiritual journey, the Siddhartha, who became Buddha afterwards, he was torturing his body. He won't eat anything, he won't drink. But Sariramadhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam, the one group of the international yoga group, they wanted to speak. I started with this. Sariramadhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. Swami Vivekananda, he said that all monks should minimum 1 hour do physical exercise. So you will go to any center you can go, particularly if you go to Belur Math, you'll find even the very old monks, they're walking. You have to keep the body healthy. Then afterwards, whatever, the body is going to die, what to do? It is the combination of 5 things, it is going to die. So don't be afraid of that, but as long as we are living, we should try to live healthy. Why? Because so you can concentrate your mind, utilize your energy to know the truth for God realization. So it is said in this way, the sharira rathamevatu, but the best thing is our self. And what is the self within the body? Being the students of the Vedanta, you all know now that it is the reflection of the Supreme Consciousness on our intellect. It's not the original thing that is there hidden over here, but it is the reflection. So we should not take it so seriously. But only thing that we should know that these, if it becomes only the reflection, and with that reflection I can do so many things, why not go back to the original? The goal of the spirituality, goal of all religion, only to take back the human mind towards the original. And what is that original? Jagannatha. That is the Jagannatha. And you have to go back to Jagannatha. You can go through the path of knowledge. You can go through the path of devotion also. The beautiful stories are there. I heard from one of our monk who was there in the Puri, that one old lady, she wanted to come, and she was so poor she could not pay for the transport money. So she started walking. And she was very elderly, above 80, and sick also, but a great devotee of Jagannatha. She wanted to go and see that Ratha, the chariot, and her Lord is going in that. It is a devotee's desire. She started walking, and her villagers slowly told, see, you are very slow, we cannot reach over there until we go little fast. So you please come. Because they knew that she won't be able to make it. She won't be able to reach over there. They all walked fast and left her. She was walking, then ultimately she became so weak, she started crawling on the road, and then in one place she slept. When she got up, one person came and told, my lady, where do you like to go? I like to go to see the Puri, but this is the day. And still you are nearly 6 miles away. Do you think you will be able to make it? She told, no, I must go. And my Jagannath cannot go without seeing me. I'll surely go. So she got up again and started walking on 4, the 2 knees and 2 hands, because she was so weak she could not stand. Now the Puri Ratha, everything was ready. All the people, they wanted to start the Ratha. And when they started pulling, they could not move. Why it is so heavy? They checked it. Everything is all right. Thousands of people pulling. It is not moving. Then they brought the elephant to pull it. Nothing could be done. What has happened? Then the main pujari, the main priest, started praying with the tears in eyes. Oh Lord, what is our fault? Why you are not moving? What we have done? Then when he was praying, suddenly he saw in his vision, the Lord is telling, I cannot leave my devotee who is trying to come. Unless she comes and touches the rope, I won't move from here. Then every corner they started sending people, and the pujari himself also went out to search. And then he went to this person, he went to that person. Ultimately she reached over there, that lady who was quarreling on 4. Then she told my lady, you like to go to Puri? Well, yes. And do you think you'll be able to make it? Well, I'm sure that, because I am feeling within my heart, my Lord will wait for me. Then the person, that the main priest, started crying and shouting, here is the great devotee. So they lifted her and took her on a palanquin and took over there. And the moment she went over there, she could not see that great image of the Jagannath because she was crying profusely. But the moment she touched the rope, the chariot started moving. So these are stories one can believe, one can not believe, but many miracles may happen in the realm of God. So friends, this is called Jagannatha. This is the Ratha Yatra. I will conclude. from an incident that has been recorded in the Ramakrishna Puthi. There's another book as the Gospel, that is the Puthi, and a very, the poetical way it has been recorded. There, the Gopal Ma, those who were the students of Sri Ramakrishna, you all know about this pious lady, that she was married at a very young age of 6 and then lost her husband. She didn't meet her husband at all, but in those days that was the system. And then people say that you are a widow, you cannot marry again. Then what shall I do? You better worship Krishna. She started worshipping Krishna, and with a desire that I should become the mother of Krishna. As Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna again and again said, that you should take one idea and you should grow into that idea. I am the mother of God, and that baby Krishna should come and play on my lap. I should feed Krishna, the motherly affection. And she grew old, and afterwards, when she was almost 60, then she saw Sri Ramakrishna. And then Sri Ramakrishna, when ate something from her hand, she cooked something. Sri Ramakrishna was very happy. That particular day, she got the vision. Not only vision, she played with the Krishna, and whole life, the tapasya, austerity was fulfilled. Her prayer was answered. But that is the Gopala she saw. And when she brought the Gopala to Sri Ramakrishna, Gopala got down from her lap, ran and merged in the person of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. So from that day, she started considering Sri Ramakrishna as the Gopala. And this is the duality. Then at the last stage, she saw Sri Ramakrishna in a chariot, and that Sri Ramakrishna is the chariot. Sri Ramakrishna is the God who is sitting inside the chariot. Sri Ramakrishna are the horses. Sri Ramakrishna is the wheel. Sri Ramakrishna who is pulling and moving the chariot. Each and everything, nothing but the Sri Ramakrishna. From the duality, she reached to ultimate, the monism, the oneness, the one conscious being that is everywhere. This is the beauty of the Sanatana Dharma. From many, slowly it will guide you, and you will grow into that knowledge of oneness. And the chariot reminds us of that. Thank you, friends. Thank you for this discussion that you allowed to give me. And let us conclude by praying our pranam to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishabhataram paramishamidyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namama. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Om, peace, peace, peace unto all.